kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
When I say, who's the master, you say, so no.
What is up, people? Shonuff the King here, back with another video, and today I'm bringing you my end of the year series. This will be the top 5 Power Ranger Lightning Collection action figures of 2020. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. So if you guys have been following me at any point this year, you guys know I collect a shitload of action figures. From Power Rangers to Dragon Ball to Godzilla, you know, all the way up to high-end action figures. So I have a lot of action figures that I collected over 2020, and I'm going to be doing 3 videos this year. This will be the first one, which is the top 5 Lightning Collection action figures. I'm also going to do a top 10 Marvel Legends video, and then I'll end it off with a top 10 all-included action figure review. Okay? So make sure you guys stay tuned for all 3 videos, and you can do that by subscribing, liking the video, and more importantly, hitting that bing bell notification to let you know when a new video is uploaded. Alright, so first thing I wanted to go over, what you can see here, is the honorable mentions. Again, like I said, I wanted to kind of make things a little bit harder for me with the Lightning Collection, just because I know with Lightning Collection there are a lot of just reused bodies and just paint differences. So I thought instead of doing 10, I would do 5. And again, the only rule is that I have to own the figure. It had to be released in 2020. And again, that's about it. Alright, so before we get into the actual top 5, I just wanted to show you guys the honorable mentions that you can see here. First up, we have the Zeo Tommy. Again, that was the Ranger 5 Red. He was very close to making it on the list, but again, there were just some other figures that I thought were done better, but I wanted to give him some shine because this is the first Zeo figure that they released that they gave everything for. They gave the blaster, they gave the saber, and they actually gave his, you know, Zeo powers weapon. Also, we have the Lord Drakkon. Again, Lord Drakkon was only on the list because I just thought he was kind of like a bare bones release. I mean, I was happy to get the figure. I was happy to get the civilian head. I just felt like he could have been packaged in with something more. Also, Time Force Red Ranger. Again, I really love the Time Force Red Ranger. I love the Chrono Sabers that he came with. I even love the civilian head. Again, he just kind of eked out just because, again, for one of the things that is in my criteria is again is nostalgia factor, and again MMPR was just a bigger nostalgic push for me than Time Force. And finally, a just completely random throw in was the Quantum Ranger from SPD. Again, I'm not 100% sure of that name that I said Quantum. The only reason why I got this figure was because of the bike. This was the Amazon exclusive. Again, I didn't even really watch SPD, but once I saw this release, I saw how cool the bike looked, and that the fact that it was packaged with the Ranger, I had to go ahead and pick it up. And again, the funny part is that I don't even see myself buying any other Rangers from SPD because, again, it wasn't a show that I was very familiar with. All right, so that was the honorable mentions. Now it's time to get into the top. And coming in at number 5, we have the Power Ranger Lightning Collection Yellow Ranger with Trini civilian head. Needless to say, this was my favorite of the main 5 Ranger releases of 2020. Again, I know we had some of the other ones. So just in general, the main reason why she's on this list is because of the civilian head. I definitely think that out of all of the civilian heads, with the exception of maybe Jason, that they nailed Trini 110%. Again, right down to the cheekbones, the lips, the eyes, the hair, everything. And again, if you guys have seen the Billy release or you've seen the Zach release, you know what I'm talking about as far as like how bad those civilian heads can be. Even that Pink Ranger one was just god awful. But again, Trini, she did her thing, and again, that's why she made it on the list of number 5. And coming in at number 4, we have the Lightning Collections Green Ranger 2nd edition with civilian Tommy, Evil Tommy head sculpt. Again, the reason why this one is on the list, again, is a fantastic head sculpt for Tommy from his 5-episode stint as the Evil Green Ranger, or you can use it as a regular Green Ranger head sculpt. This figure, again, was the secondary release because the first version came out with the longer hair not tied up, but it also had like the silver streaks in the helmet, and a lot of fans were not happy with that. So, you know, Hasbro went on ahead and released it again with the correct paint job. Again, articulation and details are all the same. I did compare it to the other Green Ranger, and I did notice that the color, the gold in this armor is a little bit deeper than it is in the other version. But again, overall, solid release. I like the civilian head sculpt, so that is why it is the number 4 on the list. All right, and coming in at number 3, we have a little bit of a cheat, but not really. It is the Lord Zedd putty, along with the putty 2-pack from the Lightning Collection. The Z putty actually was sold separately as singles, and the other putty that you see was sold as part of a 2-pack from the putty release. Both of these versions are just really good. I really enjoy them for the effect pieces. Like, as you can see here, we have the explosion piece on the front in gold and yellow, and on the Zedd putty we have the same effect piece but in blue. On the original putty version, it came with a little piece for the spear, and on this one it came with a punching effect. Again, I just really think that Lightning Collection knocked this one out of the park. The attention to detail, the sculpt, the build is just really good, and it's actually very good to actually get villains. Again, unfortunately, the King Sphinx and the Pumpkin Rapper did not make it in time to get on my list, but I can guarantee you if it had arrived, I had ordered mine from Amazon, it definitely would have been on the list, if not in the top 1 or 2 position. But again, I just had to, you know, mention this one again for the attention to detail, the accessories that they included, as well as the build-a-figure potential for either the Zedd or the original putty. Now, if I had to choose between the two, I definitely would have went with the Zedd putty. Again, the Zedd putty is deeper in my MMPR fandom, so again, that's why I prefer that one a little bit more. And coming in at number 2, we have the Ranger Slayer from the Shattered Grid, Shattered Dimension storyline of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. With the exception of Lord Draken, this is the first fully fledged Ranger coming straight from the comics and not from an actual toy series, like from actual show. Again, when I reviewed this figure on my channel again, and it's still one of my favorite Rangers ever released from Lightning Collection. If not for my number 1, this one definitely was going to be my number 1 selection, hands down. Just basically the attention to detail, the accessories that it came with. It is just an amazing figure. Again, I love the pink and black. I love the cape and how, even though it's not articulated, just the way that it sits on the figure and it doesn't like hold it back and make it lean back like it's going to fall. It is just amazing. I even love the holes and the tattered look that it gives. This is just a piece that you definitely want to have sitting at the front of any detail for any show that you have. The Ranger Slayer is definitely what you want on that list, hands down. And coming in at number 1, come on guys, you think it would be anything else other than this? Come on. We have the Lightning Collection 2-pack, Lord Zedd and Rita Repulsa Wedding Edition. Man, oh man. This release just blew my mind for multiple reasons. You guys know I'm a sucker for accessories, and this thing came with accessories. It came with the wedding cake. It came with the bouquet of flowers that's in Rita's hands. Lord Zedd came with a accurate re-release with the metal fingers. Again, Rita came in with just the wedding cake. It came with the love potion. Again, her actual outfit is actual fabric, and the fabric has actually been embossed on. I mean, this figure is just fantastic. And again, if you are a Power Rangers fan, if you are an MMPR fan, there is absolutely no reason why you do not own this release. Hands down, even just for the Lord Zedd alone, the re-release for Lord Zedd is worth the price of admission alone. Again, with 2021, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's going to be loaded with villains. You have to have Lord Zed and you have to have Rita Repulsa. This is the first super accurate Rita Repulsa that we've ever received, and they knocked it out of the park. I mean, look at the details in her dress. The golds, the blues, the browns, the silver in both arms and on her actual bottom part. I even took the time to use some blue paint to make sure that it was very accurate on her actual weapon. Again, you guys got to pick this one up, hands down. All right, so that was my top 5 Power Rangers Lightning Collections of 2020. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed. The next video that will be uploaded will be the top 10 Marvel Legends of 2020. And then finally, my top 10 overall action figures of 2020. Again, make sure you got bell notifications put on. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what action figures you would have added to the list. And let me know what you actually don't think I should have put on the list. Again, I'm open to just hear and want to just get the conversation started. Again, this is Showing Up the King. You guys have a good one. Peace.